Yes, good day, everybody. With the immense bliss in our heart, we are extremely delighted to share how blessed the Sevaks of Swamiji, Sevaks of Sadgurudev are. We have witnessed time and again that Sadguru is never indebted to us, rather, we are always indebted to Sadgurudev for his blessings, for his divinity, for his mercy. Sadguru is omniscient. We have only heard it in theory, but there are sevaks who have experienced it time and again. It's not just one event, but time and again. Those who are in seva, who are running in seva, Sadgurudev's divinity shows up, and you happen to truly experience that Sadguru knows it all. And to establish this fact before I begin with the recent event that happened with my eldest brother, Sri Buddhadev Prasad ji, I would like to tell you that in America also, Swamiji's omniscient power, the power to know it all, was already proven with few of the Sansmarans in America itself. One being in 2014 when Swamiji came and we started showing him various land for establishing ashram in America. That time Swamiji had said in 2014 that this is not the time to purchase this land. Donor will come who is going to donate, contribute. This is their seva. They are going to be a part of this seva. Time will come and it will happen. Now come 2023 March, we closed the deal of a land for the ashram, 10-acre land. And this happened exactly what Sadgurudev said in 2014. Donor came, we also contributed, Navy contributed, but the donor contributions were also immense. And with all collaboration, it happened. But Sadguru knew it in 2014. He actually knew it before, but actually we knew it from Sadgurudev that Sadguru has decided something else. And he did not let us buy the land in 2014 because this was supposed to happen this way. And Swamiji knew it. When Swamiji was here in America in 2014, there was series of incidents where Swamiji was as if the master of all the happenings which were there happening around that time. I was supposed to receive a message from somebody from India, and Swamiji was sitting with me in the car, and Swamiji said, लगता है कि संदेश आ गया है, आप चेक कीजिए. It means Swamiji said, it looks like you have received the message, check it. And when I checked the phone, the message was there. So all this is just one of the various incidents that a sevak who is with Swamiji, with seva, they happen to experience every day on daily basis. And when you are 100% surrendered to Sadgurudev, then Sadgurudev will sometime openly say something. Otherwise, this will be all in hints, only in hints. But those who Swamiji knows that he has considered Sadguru's Satta as everything for him, the complete devotion is towards Sadguru entity. For such sevak, Sadgurus in the human form, the present master, Sadguru Sant Devji Maharaj will be a different guru. He is a different guru for rest of the people, but the way he will interact, the secrets that he will start disclosing to such surrendered disciples will be totally different. Sadhguru's omniscient power is also evident by the fact that Sadhguru also knows when Vihangam Yoga knowledge is going to reach in which country and by whom. Even the medium is also pre-decided. Sadhguru's divine yogic powers have already, or is constantly paving the way for Vihangam Yoga to reach nook and corner. And we all are very fortunate, very blessed that Sadhguru Dev is using us as a medium to make it happen. It is totally Sadhguru's wish that we are able to do prachar, we are able to reach people and do anything. If we think that it is our own effort, own seva, and we can please Sadhguru with our own seva, actually, Sadhguru will be pleased with our bhav, and Sadhguru will be pleased when we do the way he wants. When there is a conflict that Sadhguru wants something else and we are not able to do the way he wants, then even though we are doing seva, but that seva would be manamukhi seva. And when Sadhguru will find there is no friction, the way I am trying to use this soul for this noble seva, and he surrendered, he is flowing, he is influenced with my energy, with my power, and his soul and mind and intellect is working the way I want. When he finds it so smooth, that purity of the soul is what makes Sadhgurudev happy. So truly speaking, Sadhguru is very powerful and he is all knowing. We all are just very blessed that Sadhguru has chosen us as our disciple, as his disciple. So coming back to the incident that happened very recently with my eldest brother, this all started unfolding actually even few days before the incident happened, when Swamiji was in Madhumati ashram in Gaya. When Swamiji was in Gaya, everybody who Swamiji wanted to come, they were there in the ashram preparing for some special seva, and then Sadhgurudev had to depart to Varanasi by road. So everybody was there, and then it was time for Swamiji to leave. And then Swamiji suddenly starts, he gets very serious, and then started inquiring, where is Buddhevji? Where is Buddhevji? Call him now, immediately. And then everybody started shouting, Buddhevji, Buddhevji. And then Piyush ji, who was also Guru Bhai, he said, Buddhev Bhaiya is with me here. So then Swamiji said, is he also coming? Piyush ji said that, yes, Swamiji, he is also joining us to go little further to see you off. So basically by road, Swamiji had to leave, and then what happens is from Madhumati ashram to the, the road, the main road, there is little distance. So everybody go together in their own van along with Swamiji's car. Everybody will follow. Then after Swamiji will catch the highways, then people will take the blessings and come back. So Swamiji first ensured that Buddhevji is also in this sea of process. And for nothing, I mean, just like that. And then when everybody reached to the highway and people started taking blessings to see of Swamiji, then Swamiji said, the first thing that said Swamiji to Buddhevaya, how is your health? He said, everything is fine, Swamiji. Okay, how is your father's health? And then he said, uh, your father also should take care of his health, and he should walk on daily basis. स्वास्थ्य जरूरी है. It's very important to take care of health. So Swamiji just wanted to say this, and for that Swamiji had just inquired, where is Buddhevji and all. But how would Buddhev Bhaiya know that actually it is about him unless this happened? And of course, Swamiji will only know everything, how and when things should happen. So ideally, Swamiji knew it right then and there itself. And then things started connecting. So then just few days later, when Swamiji is in Varanasi, and my maternal brother, Sachidanandji, he was in Chitrakoot, Swamiji decided suddenly to go to Allahabad ashram. So he started from there, and he also started inquiring Sachidaji on the way that where have you reached? Come to the ashram as soon as possible. So Sachidanand Bhaiya was on the way from Chitrakoot to Allahabad ashram. So Swamiji reached an hour before Sajda Bhaiya reached, because they were coming from different directions. So Swamiji reached before in the ashram, and then Swamiji gave him 4 calls, multiple calls to him. कि कितना देर और है? And Sajda Bhaiya understood this incidents happens only when there is some health issue. So he thought, oh, looks like there is somebody who is severely sick in the ashram. That's why Swamiji is calling me so many times. So he also rushed. He sped up his car. He was also coming by road. So the moment he reached there, it was already very late. It was kind of 11:45, and Swamiji still was awake. Swamiji said, immediately you have food. Because Swamiji knew that a news is about to come in the ashram, but Sajda Bhaiya would not know, nobody else will know in the ashram what is going to come next. So Swamiji said, go and immediately have food. And he went for the food. The moment he had only one bite, and second bite was just to go in the mouth, and the phone came. This was the story in the ashram side. But what was happening in Gaya at that point of time? Exactly at that very night, late night, before midnight, that Buddhev Bhaiya was severely sick, and he had stopped breathing also. He was lifeless because he had a severe heart arrest. So his heart was not beating, his breath was totally gone. But even there also, all the protection systems were deputed by Sadguru Dev by different means, and things happened in the sequence that it was supposed to happen in perfect timing. So what happened that first, when Buddhadev Bhaiya felt little pain in the stomach area, he thought it is just the problem of the gas. So he slept. He lied down, but then his left hand and leg were kind of still developing some pain, along with he felt little pain in the stomach area, little below heart. So my bhabhi, meaning his wife, thought, let me inform the mother that he is feeling pain like this. And then my brother said, it's just the gas pain, don't trouble others. But so she was alone and pressing his leg and hand, massaging him, making him feel comfortable, giving him different kind of home treatment to relieve him of the gas, because he created the impression it is just the gas problem. I have gas in the stomach and that's why. So the moment he felt little easy and slept, his wife could not hold, and she thought, even though he is not letting me call everybody, but at least let me inform the mother. So she called my mother, and my mother was just next room actually, but because it was night, right? So not night, this was anyway the daytime story itself, but yet Bhaiya was not ready to trouble others. But my bhabhi, meaning his wife, could not hold it, and she called the mother. So at least mother came to see him. At that time, he was just lying down peacefully. But when mother came there, he woke up and he said, don't worry, ma. Everything is fine. I'm good now. So I'm going to the market now." So he then woke up and went to eat pan. Pan is a something that you chew actually in the mouth. So he went to eat pan, and when he went there, immediately a call came back home from him saying that he's feeling uneasy. So please send somebody to take me from here immediately. And my mother could not stay upstairs. So she also went down on the street and sat there outside the door while my other people from family and staff, they went to pick my bhaiya from that place, from market. So my mother was sitting there, and at that point of time, my other maternal brother was passing by, and he saw my mother. So asked, Bua, why are you sitting here? And then she said that Buddhev Bhaiya your Buddhev Bhaiya is having some trouble. He said he's not feeling well. So people have gone to pick him up from the market. So that was very important thing to happen, because my mother doesn't know how to operate phone. She was sitting on the street, and the Om Prakash Bhaiya, my maternal brother, came right at that moment, and it came in his mind immediately, let me start calling people so that people will be ready. So he immediately called one nurse. Basically, he is our family friend who takes care of at least doing some treatment at home. And he called my other brother, my Manjle Bhaiya, Arun Bhaiya. Both of them rushed to the home. By the time Buddhev Bhaiya also was brought from the market. So when they went up, Rama Bhaiya, who is doctor, my other brother, who is already a doctor, he was also called on video. And Buddhev Bhaiya again said, the gas pain is actually troubling me. There is nothing else. It's just the gas pain, and I'm just feeling uneasy about it. So till then he was conscious. It's just that he felt trouble in the stomach, and left hand and left leg was having some pain. So he was put on bed, and then what do you call that? liquid that goes in the body. So that was set up, and through the liquid, some medicine was also given to him. But then all these treatment were for the gas only, because he was saying it is gas trouble, gas trouble. And Buddev Bhaiya, Rama Bhaiya, Dr. Ramashankar was on the call, on the video call, watching him from there. So suddenly then um, he tightened his body and his eyes rolled up and he was gone. So everybody was stunned and everybody started shouting, Jai Sadgurudev, Jai Sadgurudev, Jai. So Ramavia realized, oh, something severe had happened, because the phone was with mother's hand. So she also dropped the phone and rushed to Buddhadev Bhaiya, and everybody is shouting, Jai Sadgurudev, Jai Sadgurudev, Jai Sadgurudev. And he is hearing it. So he also started shouting, oh, lift the phone, show me what is happening, show me immediately what is happening. So one of my brother then lifted the phone and showed. He said, immediately start doing the CPR, where you push the chest down. It is supposed to happen 2 inches down in 100 times a minute. That's the procedure. Actually, you have to do 100 times per minute, and you have to push it down 2 inches. Then only things will work. Nobody knew how to do it, but yet at least Arun Bhaiya was there, and Sanjay Bhaiya, who was a nurse, he was there. So Sanjay Bhaiya, he started doing first, but then Dr. Rama Bhaiya said, oh, immediately buy this injection. He needs this injection also. So Sanjay Bhaiya had to rush, because he can only in this midnight, because by then it was very late. It was actually about 11:45. And now the time has started coinciding actually, that there Swamiji in the ashram is also rushing for it. And here this incident was about to unfold. So Bolly Bhaiya said, Sanjay Bhaiya or Bolly Bhaiya, it's same name actually. He said that, oh, I only will have to go, because pharmacy will not be open. So I'll have to do something to make it open to buy this medicine. So he went immediately. Now nobody knew how to do this CPR process. So my Mansle Bhaiya, Arun Bhaiya just did the way he knew how to do. Rather, he asked how to do and he started doing. Frankly speaking, Dr. Rama Bhaiya said nobody was doing it perfectly actually, because they were not able to push the chest down properly. They were not putting the hand on the other hand together the way it was supposed to happen. So actually it was not done the way it was supposed to happen. But Bhaiya said, just keep on doing, just don't stop. So they were just pressing down, pressing down. Time is flying. It has already been 20 minutes and no sign of life. For 20 minutes, everybody is shouting, Jai Sadgurudev, Jai Sadgurudev. Then my mother said to my father that, why don't you call Sachda immediately? He will inform Swamiji. So my father's hands were trembling. So my Mansle Bhaiya, who was actually doing the CPR, now he had to make call. So CPR process, somebody else had to take over. So somebody else also took over, Dhalchandji, who was actually the son-in-law of Buddhev Bhaiya only. So he is also of little age, but whatever he could do, he started doing. But Rama Bhaiya was completely sure that they are not doing the way it is supposed to happen. So actually it was just a formality they were doing and nothing was happening. And then the call went to Sachda Bhaiya. Sachda Bhaiya was about to take the food bite at that moment. And then he received the call. See, this is the first time officially call went to ashram. But see how Swamiji had already prepared all this. Swamiji had already asked Sachda ji to rush, because Swamiji knew that this call is going to come. And Swamiji came to Allahabad ashram for this reason, that he knew that it is good that Sachida and Swamiji, they be together to handle this situation. So Swamiji, the moment he received the call, he was about to take the bite. It was just the second bite. Actually, he could eat only one bite by then. It was just the second bite. Then he left it immediately and informed Swamiji. And then he says, in his own words, that usually, when it is midnight, I would not like to disturb Swamiji in person. Then I would have only prayed in mind, because it's midnight and Swamiji would be at rest. So I would have prayed. But see, Swamiji already gave me this confidence, because Swamiji was repeatedly following up with him before itself. Where are you? Take food and all that. So he knew that Swamiji is with me and Swamiji is awake right now. So Swamiji made sure that Sachida feels comfortable reaching me. And then immediately he went to Swamiji and told Swamiji. स्वामी जी said, नहीं ऐसा होना तो नहीं चाहिए. No, this should not happen. This cannot happen. Swamiji said that people thought that he's gone. Swamiji said, no, this cannot happen. He was fine. So this cannot happen. ठीक है, keep me updated, Swamiji said him. So Sajda Bhaiya then called back and said, we have informed Swamiji. So the moment he said he has informed Swamiji, here my mother then asked my eldest brother that, son, why don't you open your eyes once? And the moment she said that, he opened his eyes. He opened his eyes and everybody was a little relieved. And this incident happened after 25 minutes. 25 minutes, he was lifeless. No lung movement, no heart movement. But Dr. Rama Bhaiya didn't want to give up. He said, keep doing whatever you could do. And see, on the process, when Bauli Bhaiya, Sanjay Bhaiya, who was the nurse who went to pharmacy to buy the injection, he thought, okay, let me call his friend also, Hulash Ji, who was Buddhav Bhaiya's close friend. So on the way, he called Hulash Bhaiya also. Hulash Bhaiya also came immediately and he saw everything that, oh yeah, so Buddhav Ji is lifeless. And somehow he also then got this intuition that, oh, if the CPR is not working, then somebody has to blow air in his mouth. So it was he who then said this for the first time. So then Arun Bhaiya only, Manjle Bhaiya only, he started blowing air in his mouth also. And Dhalchan, who is the son-in-law, he kept on pumping his heart, whatever he could do. But even that blowing air, it's a rescue breath process that it is called, was also imperfect. Dr. Rama Bhaiya says that you actually have to make sure first that his throat is not choked, and his nose should have been closed, and then you can blow air, and that too in a regular interval it has to be done. So everything was imperfectly done, to be frank. So that's why Dr. Rama Bhaiya was also very sure that none of these actually saved Bhaiya's life. It was only because Swamiji must have done something to it, because nobody was doing it perfectly. Neither the rescue breath process was correct, nor the CPR process was right. And ideally, when you do CPR process, first 5 minutes is crucial. Otherwise, if it is not done correctly first 5 minutes, and you start doing it correctly even after 5 minutes, by then the oxygen level to the organs will already go down and things will be already beyond control. So first few minutes is important actually. When this kind of heart arrest happen, the very first few moments are very crucial. If we could start CPR process correctly, meaning pressing the chest 2 inches down and up, if we start doing that correctly first in the first few moment itself, then only it will be effective. And imagine for 25 minutes, this was not done correctly. It was not done correctly. Neither the rescue process, rescue breath, nor the CPR. But Bhaiya was back. He was back, of course, but his oxygen level was down because he was without oxygen movement in the body for 25 minutes. So though he opened his eyes, but he would not be in complete sense at that moment. He opened his eyes just to give confidence to mother and family that he's back. So he was then taken, rushed to the hospital. My bhaiya actually got up, but then with the support only, then he was able to walk down from there to the ambulance. So, but then he says that he doesn't remember any of these. That he got up, he walked by himself, he was rushed. He was talking on the way to the people slowly, but now he does not remember anything. That um, he woke up and he went to the ambulance and was taken to the hospital. He does not have any memory of all this. This is usual also. People usually, when are half conscious, then even though you do things you don't remember, but whatever it is, but after that the angiography happened and it was declared that he will immediately need bypass surgery because his arteries are blocked. And Swamiji said there to Sachida ji that अभी तो बुद्धदेव जी से बहुत सेवा अभी लेनी है, अभी 2-3 महीने में ही इनकी सेवा की आवश्यकता है. Meaning there is a need of Buddhadev ji's seva in 2-3 months only. So we have to ensure that doctor does not operate him. We have to ensure that the stent are installed, not the bypass surgery. So when phone came to Sachida Bhaiya said that Swamiji is saying bypass surgery, we don't have to allow for bypass surgery. Swamiji has said to meet Balveer Singh, Dr. Balveer Singh. Where is he? Swamiji is inquiring. Where is Dr. Balveer Singh? Find out and go and meet him. So Sajda Bhaiya already knew that he is in Delhi because his father, my Mamaji, Gyanchandji, was also hospitalized in Delhi before he left his body. So he knew Dr. Balbir Singh. So he said he is in Max Hospital. So Swamiji has instructed to take him to Dr. Balbir Singh. And whatever Dr. Balbir Singh ji will say, we have to do only that thing. So then the tickets were not available. It was not confirmed because such patient cannot be taken by the flight. Flight is not allowed for people who suffered heart attack. So they had to go by the train only. And immediately getting train is impossible. So one of my brother suddenly remembered that one of his colleague during his study time married to a IPS officer, IPS or IS officer. So he suddenly remembered it. So he called that colleague and said, with IS quota, can you book 5 tickets? And they said that, okay, send me the wait list ticket and I'll get it confirmed. So that's how the ticket got confirmed immediately. And um, then they rushed to Delhi hospital. In Delhi, Dr. Balveer Singh ji checked and he said, okay, by the way, Swamiji also instructed very clearly that no matter what doctor has said here in Gaya, even if doctor has said that the bypass surgery is essential, make sure that Dr. Balbir Singh is not informed about it. We don't have to share him that bypass surgery was already recommended. So Swamiji said that very clearly. We have to make sure that this information that bypass surgery has been recommended should not be given to Dr. Balbir Singh ji. So when we went to meet doctor, then it was his own. Then he basically scanned himself because the reports were not shared to him. So he scanned and he said, stent will do. Stent installation is fine. Now, when he started, he gave the date that on Monday, basically this is the matter of Saturday. And he said, Monday is when in the morning you have to come and we'll do this tent installation. So after this first meet, when Dr. Rama Bhaiya called Sachida Bhaiya to tell that, yes, we have met Dr. Balbir Singh ji and he had said about stent installation only. So Dr. Rama Bhaiya thought, okay, let me update Sachida ji. Now see even the miracle over there. Before Dr. Rama Bhaiya called him to give this update to Sachida Bhaiya, Swamiji himself came to his room, just you can say 30 seconds before, just 30 seconds before. He knocked the door and Sajda Bhaiya opens the door and he finds Swamiji at the door in the ashram. So he was like not even prepared to get Swamiji a seat, proper seat, because everything was messed up. He also came because he also came from a trip. So his room was not ready for Swamiji to visit. So, but still Swamiji said, "Khabar janna hai." I needed to know what is the update from doctor visit. So Swamiji is proactively coming there in time. And the moment Swamiji says this, a call comes from Dr. Rama Bhaiya to Sajda Bhaiya there. And Sajda Bhaiya then was also very surprised that good that Swamiji is here right in time. And he puts that in speaker and Swamiji only takes the update from Rama Bhaiya. So he says that, yeah, Balbir Ji has said that stent installation is fine. Then Swamiji again repeats the same thing that, yeah, अभी तो बुद्धदेव जी से अभी 2 महीने बाद सेवा लेनी है. अगर if the bypass surgery would have happened, then it would have needed longer duration for rest, and also he would have got weaker than what he would be after just stent installation. So, and that's it. Swamiji came to his room only to hear this, and then he left. There was no other reason why Swamiji came to his room right at that moment when the update was supposed to come from Delhi to Allahabad to Sajda Bhaiya's phone. Swamiji was there right then and there. And when the date was given, Buddhadev Bhaiya's reaches to the hospital on Monday, and say 1 o'clock in the noon, Swamiji, sorry, 1 o'clock in the noon, Buddhadev Bhaiya was taken to the cath lab, and I don't know what it is called, where this procedure was supposed to happen. About 1:30, so 1 o'clock Bhaiya is in, and about 1:30, Swamiji is also in his own isolated room. And about 2 o'clock, Dr. Rama Bhaiya gives an update to Sajda Bhaiya that, yeah, now I have left Buddhadev Bhaiya in the cath lab for the procedure, so you can inform Swamiji. So Sajda Bhaiya said, I cannot inform him because Swamiji has already locked in the room and nobody is supposed to go in. And Swamiji has actually gone in the room half an hour back. So 1 o'clock, Bhaiya goes to the cath lab. Swamiji goes in the room 1:30. 2 o'clock, Rama Bhaiya, because Rama Bhaiya, only when he comes out of that lab and things, then only he could inform. So prior information was also not given to Sachda Bhaiya. Only when he came, because now you have to wait for procedure to complete. So at that point, he actually made the first call to Sajda Bhaiya. But Sajda Bhaiya said half an hour before itself, Swamiji has already locked the door and he does not want anybody to intervene. So, um, so when operation was happening, at that time, Buddhev Bhaiya was conscious, because in that stent installation, you are not fully unconscious. That procedure is local anesthesia only. So he was hearing the conversation from doctor. Doctor was also very surprised. What is happening? Even though I inflate the balloon with little pressure, things are clearing off easily, as if the cholesterol is becoming powder and it is just leaving the way. So ideally, the kind of congestion that doctor found when he started doing this installation process, he was surprised and he was doing the conversation. How did I say stent installation? Even with the lower blockage, I have myself done the bypass surgery. But this is also a great surprise. I have seen it for the first time in my life, that even with the little pressure, the things are clearing off. So he instructed his associates to lower the pressure further down. So the balloon which is inflated during angioplasty, they started lowering the pressure. But even though they were lowering the pressure, the effect was still same. So they lowered it to the minimum. And he said, I cannot lower any further. This is the minimum pressure that I can go to. And he found even with the minimum pressure, things are still working. Still the blockages are getting cleared. So they were all surprised. What is happening? How is this possible, that with this little pressure, things are becoming powder and clearing off by himself? So after the operation was done, after this treatment was done, then during the follow-up meet, when doctor was visiting all the patients, whenever he used to pass by Buddhev Bhaiya, he would always say, Buddhev ji, you are great. You are beyond my case. I mean, beyond my reach. I I don't want to even monitor your report. You are great. So he will see everybody's report, but he will never check Buddhev Bhaiya's report, because he knows that doctor said that this is something that is not in my hand. And everything went normal. So many other things happened, but time is running out. I cannot share everything, but it was very clear case that Swamiji evidently showed how much he is connected to disciples who are doing his seva. And later when I spoke to Buddhev Bhaiya said that actually this was my bhog, and Swamiji put this bhog together, I would have suffered for long duration. But the same bhog, Swamiji helped me shorten and get rid of it just in 2 hours. All I had the uneasiness was prior to this heart arrest, when he was thinking that it is gas. So he said only 2 hours. After that, what happened? Even the heart arrest, even all the procedure, he did not feel any uneasiness, no pain. Heart attack, when did he get? How much pain it was? He does not know anything at all. He knows nothing. So Buddhev Bhaiya actually then shared that actually this happened with one of Guru Bhai from Kolkata, that Guru Bhai was suddenly surrounded by 10 different, um, what to say, the evil people who wanted to harm him or loot him. So 10 different looters, he was surrounded by that. So he started shouting, Sadgurudev, protect me, Sadgurudev, protect me. And Sadguru Sadafal Devji Maharaj appeared in front of that disciple and said, Fool, Murkh, I have already protected you. That the bhog that you had for 10 different lives, I have put them together at this very moment. So instead of you suffering in 10 different life, I have brought them together in this moment, so that you just pass by it and your 10 lives bhog will be done now itself. So Swamiji gave this sandesh to that disciple from Kolkata and then disappeared. And then only little suffering he had, and he was fine afterwards. So Buddha Bhaiya understood this is definitely some predestined bhoga that Swamiji wanted to put it at the right time. Because if my arteries were blocked, why did I not get the heart attack or anything when I was doing up and down in Shunya Shikhar Ashram? I was riding up the mountain, going down. My duty was to do the shopping, all the needed shopping for that. Every day I had to go up and down the mountain, Himalayan mountain. He was in Seva during October, and all that did not cause any trouble to him, because arteries, all the arteries blocked. This cannot happen just in a moment. So this, if has happened, this has happened only because Swamiji wanted this to happen, because Swamiji must have put all the bhoga of my various moments together and just let me go through it at once, and that too with no pain. To be frank, I had actually no suffering during all this process. So Buddhev Bhaiya is extremely in feeling pleased that how loving the Sadguru Dev is towards him, how caring Sadguru Dev is towards him, that Sadguru Dev gave him this bhoga and let him go through it without any suffering. And he knows that this was my predestined bhoga, and Swamiji just made it easy for me. So with this, I will conclude my Sansmaran for today. All the essence of this message was that those who are in Seva, those who are in Seva of Almighty, because when you serve Sadguru, serving Sadguru means that you are in the path of Almighty realization, God realization. So when you are in the path of God realization, that is the only path in which your bhoga can be altered or can be realigned by Sadguru. Otherwise, bhoga anyway will happen to everybody, but not the way Sadguru wants. Sadguru will be able to alter our bhoga or realign our bhoga, retime our bhoga. Bhoga is supposed to happen now, but Sadguru can delay it, only to put it at the right moment when your seva is not disturbed. Sadguru can do all this. And Sadguru does and has been doing it in my family for various occasions I have seen myself. So Sadguru is capable of doing it, and Sadguru does it but for whom? Those who are in seva, those who are in Sadguru's Adesh. Otherwise, bhoga is Almighty's system. Nobody can alter it. And bhoga is destined to happen. Everybody will get their own share of bhoga. And so did Buddhev Bhaiya also. He got his share of bhoga, but Sadgurudev protected him and did not let him suffer with the bhoga. That is the glory of our Lord Sadgurudev. Bole Sadgurudev ki jai.
Thank you so much, PJG, for this unbelievable Sansmaran. And we all are really happy and pleased that Buddhadev ji now out of danger and he is safe now. And yeah, my words actually are falling short to elaborate or describe Sadhguru's miracle. As you said, he is omniscient and omnipresent, and your family and your entire family is really blessed, and now we all feel that we all are really blessed that Sadhguru has taken us in his shelter. So that's what I could say in my limited knowledge and limited elaboration, as I can't really tell anything about Sadhguru's miracle in a very detailed and deeper way. As I said, my words are really falling short. And it's so amazing, so wonderful that you took your time and elaborated so beautifully to us. Thanks a lot. And I think today we have to skip our next session, which is with wisdom due to the time limit. I would like to inform everyone about an event Navy is proud to announce. It's Warrior of the Week. We all know the best time to meditate is Brahma Muhurat between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., but most of us fail to do. To encourage this, Navy started this event where participants join the WhatsApp group called Brahma Muhurat Warrior. Each participant practice Brahma Muhurat meditation on their own. There is no session to join. Once you are done with the meditation, you can send the status to the group as done. If you are interested to join the group, please let us know and we can send you the link. So for this week, the warrior of the week are given below: Bhagwati Patel ji, Surya Alamraju ji, Tejinder Sahdev ji, Srirang ji, Lalmani ji, Yogesh Shirsagar ji, Vinita ji, and Prachi Shirsagar ji. Congratulations to all of you, and thanks for encouraging us. And inductees of the week were the one who were able to meditate at least once in a week in the past week, and they are Ranjani ji, Amit Talekar ji, Geet ji, Maya ji, Vijay Kumar ji, and Rashmi ji. Congratulations to all of you too. We have now reached the last phase of today's workshop. In this phase, we chant the short version of Shanti Path. In the Shanti Path, we chant for peace for everyone who exists in this universe. May Sadhguru Dev bless the entire cosmos with peace, love, and prosperity. I would now request again Devji to recite the last few lines of Shanti Path for us. Over to you, Devji.
Shantipat. Hey Prabhu Shanti Sarupa Ho. Shanti Shanti Maya Shanti. Shanti Shanti Jana Shanti Ho. Purna Shanti Maya Shanti. Hey Prabhu Shanti Pradana Kara. Duraho Sarva Shanti. Deva Sadafala Shanti Maya Shanti Shanti Sukha Shanti. Jai Sadguru Dev Bhagawan Ki Jai.
Thank you so much, Devji. I would like to thank all of you for joining us. The Navy has been conducting the Sunday virtual satsangs and Bihangam Yoga initiation workshops all over the USA and North America over the last few years. Any queries relating to this can be sent as an email to info@bihangamyog.org. I would like to thank again to Vijay ji, Dev ji, and Jessica ji for the valuable contribution in today's session. Also to Niranjan ji and Maya ji. See you all next Sunday at 10:30 a.m. EST on the same Zoom meeting session. Have a wonderful day ahead, and Jai Sadhgurudev.